Also outraged about what he calls the out-of-control things happening in the city, LeBron James.
You know, I see the news go across my phone, and I'm sitting in front of my 3 kids. So. You know, some penalties, some big-time penalties or rules and regulations about carrying firearms, you know, legal or illegal. Part of the education program that we're doing is keeping those kids off the street. You know, some of these kids may be in violent situations, violent areas, or violent homes, and we're trying to keep them away from that by having that program that we have set up through my foundation, through the University of Akron, through the Akron Public School Systems, and so on and so on. You know, I see the news go across my phone.
Listen to me, you sawed-off little runt.
So, folks, this little man, LeBron, was out flapping his gums, and he's done this several times, flapping his gums about guns, and he really doesn't know much. He doesn't know much. I'm going to read an article real quick. One thing, let's get to this first. I'll have all the links underneath the video, by the way. America's First Freedom magazine. This is the December 2018 issue. My dad gave this to me. He's a subscriber. I'm not. He's a member of the NRA. I'm not. LeBron James guarded on and off the court. Now, LeBron, he's real concerned about guns. Is he, LeBron having armed security guards all over the place? Isn't that telling your kids that guns don't solve problems, LeBron? Your kids are going to grow up thinking security guards with big guns solve problems, little fella. And LeBron's a dumbass. I mean, but there are millions of idiots who will believe anything he says because they're retarded. And they're looking for a hero in their pathetic, dull, listless lives. And LeBron is my hero. LeBron James guarded on and off the court. In October, police arrested 4 suspects in connection with 24 burglaries in the Los Angeles area, all homes belonging to the rich and famous. After learning his name was on a list of future targets, Cleveland Cavaliers superstar LeBron James decided to put his trust in the best home defense tool at our disposal by hiring a team of 10 armed security guards. And I'm sure they don't use harsh language if someone decided to just come on LeBron's property unannounced and acting like a lunatic. While it's understandable that James, a father of 3, would want to defend his family, he has also frequently spoken out against the rights of those 18 to 21 to protect their own families. He's even gone so far as to call for big-time penalties or rules or regulations about carrying firearms, legal or illegal, saying unequivocally there's no room for guns. I featured that little comment. Legal. He doesn't know anything about the penalty. This guy hasn't read jack squat. Maybe not for you or me, but as it turns out, when you live in a 15,846 square foot mansion, you can find room for just about anything. End quote. LeBron, you're sending the wrong message to your kids. Guns don't solve burglaries. Okay? One thing I want to focus on is this one thing this moron said. See my video. I've got all the links there for previous research I've done in California, which is where this dumbass spends most of his time now. So see that video. And I'll have all the links underneath this video. But he said, when I was a kid, it wasn't this bad. Okay. Okay, let's look at some data real quick. We'll go over, let's see. We'll start at when LeBron was a kid, which would be roughly 1995 to 2002. LeBron was a kid, quote. So, let's look at that time frame. California, which is where he spends most of his time now, 1995 to 2002. California, 1995 to 2002, percentage of homicides perpetrated with a firearm, 70.33%. And California is famous for their shall issue law, which means we're not going to give you a gun unless your name's Sylvester Stallone or maybe LeBron James. I bet you LeBron could get a handgun. Or if your name's Arnold the Governator. By the way, Arnold, if you happen to watch this video, you are a piece of crap, dude. You are a disgusting, vile piece of crap. So California, 1995 to 2002, percentage of homicides perpetrated with a firearm, 70.33%. I've got all the links below the video. Check it out. USA, 1995 to 2002, percentage of homicides perpetrated with a firearm, 66.2%. So fewer homicides in the U.S. were perpetrated with a firearm from 1995 to 2002 than in California. Who would have thunk it? Homicide rates per 100,000. California, 1995 to 2002, 7.525. USA, 1995 to 2002, 6.3875 homicides per 100,000. Uh-oh. California was quite a violent place. California is actually in the 2012 to 2017 time frame. Their homicide rate was actually slightly lower than the U.S. So California has gone from being one of the most violent states to one of the more safer ones nationally. USA, 2012 to 2017, percentage of homicides perpetrated with a firearm, 70.41%. California, 2012 through 2017, percentage of homicides perpetrated with a firearm, 69.59%. Homicide rates per 100,000. California, 2012 through 2017. LeBron's not a kid anymore. 4.71. California, 2012 through 2017. 4.71 homicides per 100,000. USA, 2012 through 2017. 4.86 homicides per 100,000. So LeBron said, and this is something I've touched on in my videos a lot, if the homicide rate was going down, but a higher percentage of homicides were committed with a gun, would that be bad? So we've seen the homicide rate in the U.S. when LeBron was a kid go from 6.3875 to 4.86. And I did not worry about when I was a kid. And their fixation on guns. Well, you take away all the guns, these idiots will beat each other to death with ball bats, their feet, cinder blocks. And the percentage of homicides perpetrated with the firearms basically been flat the whole time. The same percentage, 70.41 versus 66.2. It's gone up slightly. But the homicide rate in the U.S. has gone from 6.3875 when LeBron was a kid to 4.86 when he's not a kid. And in California, it went in the same time frame, 7.525 to 4.71. So what in the hell? In the two time frames examined, here's something I actually wrote down that I'll read. The homicide rate has fallen 23.8%, yet LaDoofus tells us it wasn't that bad when he was a kid. The percentage of homicides perpetrated with a firearm are slightly higher. Is that worse? What is this troglodyte LeBron smoking? He has no idea what he's talking about, but he thinks his sycophants will lap it up because La Ding Dong said it. LeBron James just got dunked on by a white guy. So yeah, LeBron, you don't know what you're talking about, dude. So again, if the homicide rate, let's say it keeps falling, but then all homicides are committed with a firearm, is that still going to be bad? Because dead is dead whether they're getting shanked, hit with a ball bat, a cinder block, stomped, curb stomped, or shot with a .22. So, yeah, LeBron James, I hate to tell you, buddy, you don't know what you're talking about. So, have a nice day, LeBron, and you just got dunked on, little man.